enough to have a number of the Infuse kind of alumni or associates on the call and lots of the team. But actually, I wanted to give you an idea of what we're trying to achieve by Infuse as perhaps one of many different programs that is very much focused on the future of public service. So I'm just going to share my screen. And as we mentioned earlier, we will ensure that you have access to all of these slide decks and contact details if you want a further conversation on this, because I'm going to finish with an ask on my next couple of minutes. So Infuse is focused in one corner of Wales, but the ambitions lie very much with the 21st century public service movement that we've been talking about today. And Joe, within our group, mentioned something that I'm going to reiterate. Infuse is about creating a space and time for public servants to invest in the future of public service across our region, but it has read completely across Wales. Infuse is about building the skills and the capacity for the future of public service, but also the mindset that is required to innovate within any public sector or third sector organisation. We as a team bring together some of the sharpest minds from public service. We put them in a collision space with academics, with innovation experts from Nesta and from Cardiff University, and we learn together. And some of the learning that we have focused on, if you like, for that future preparation are the tools, methods, research and evidence that will push us forward. We look to make a difference in two key challenges which have been mentioned within your groups, and I can see on the jam boards. So we're really interested in accelerating decarbonisation and that environmental agenda, but also building supportive communities. What we found when we did some research initially is that experimentation within public service and the space and the safety to be able to do that is absolutely paramount as we move forward. Add to that, how do we ensure that the decisions that we make as public sector leaders or kind of aspiring leaders are data enabled as opposed to data driven? And how do we maximize the impact of the public spend across our region, which is, into the significant millions of pounds? So how do we change behaviour for the better? Through Infuse, we work with cohorts, so groups of around 30 public sector, public servants, sorry, I should say. We provide them the opportunity to experiment, and my ask, I suppose, for the purpose of time, to you all, the ask is, we have around 10, 11 different experiments that are growing. They are 4 weeks old, these particular experiments, and they span everything from maximising the impact of public service, community health and well-being, future skills for decarbonisation, retrofitting homes, transport decarbonisation, supporting people through the cost of living crisis, smart energy, local energy systems, public participation, which has been mentioned through Rob today, public assets, and how do we generate community benefit through those, and quite a specific challenge in the social care and health sphere around attracting, recruiting and retaining great people. If you're in these spaces and you're interested in that, I'm going to drop the Infuse email into the chat in a minute. Just reach out to us. I'm conscious that there are strategic leaders, there are people practically engaged in those areas at the moment. We just want to ensure that we don't build silos, that we complement and push forward some of the work that is already going on within Wales. So that's my ask. That is Infuse. It is quite simply a collision space where we bring together people that want to focus on the future of public service. If you'd like to know more, There are a series of case studies which are available on our website. You can find that through monmouthshire.gov.uk/infuse. Those are just a few examples. If you want to kind of catch up with our impact, feel free to follow us on social media. That's it for our input. It's a very whistle-stop tour around Infuse. We'd be very happy to speak to anyone that would like to collaborate, learn, or share with us. I'm going to pass across to you now, Lisa, if that's okay, to wrap us up.
Thanks, Owen. I'll try and get us a couple of minutes back, because it's always nice to finish a meeting early, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I'm up to change the world right now after this morning, or at least Wales. I'm like, let's go. So some lots of takeaways. Thank you. We are rich with insight now. We've got lots of information, and you know, it's great. And I've been, why stop at just the will? Well, yeah, why? I've been trying to look through it really quickly so I could sum up well for you. That's going to be a big fail on my, there's too much, it's too rich, it's great, thank you. Some takeaways from the speakers, and thanks, I know I've said this once, and Infuse team, it's been brilliant, it's been nearly seamless. I keep getting chucked out, I don't know if that's intentional, but thank you very much. Rob's presentation, time to sit and talk has passed. Absolutely, that's my, you know, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. It's like, come on, let's go. Stories matter, listening matters, adaptive leadership matters, simple systems matters, and public service is messy, and isn't it? But doesn't that make it exciting and you know, motivate us to navigate through it? So yeah, brilliant. So thank you for all of that. I've been trying to look at the Google Doc to try and have a look at some of the themes that are emerging. I've tried, I failed. I'm sorry, I'm not afraid to fail. You know, it'll come, and we will move to a better place. Some of the key points that I took out of it though was, how do we create a mechanism by which we can consolidate and move together as a movement? We're a small nation, we can make big change. Why are we so bad at working across organisations? If we're public servants and our you know, if public service is all about the other, who cares if I'm doing this for Monmouthshire or the Vale or Bridgend or Torvine, or doesn't matter. The role of social capital and how we balance strategic choices. Oh, wow, you know, I just want to spend the rest of my day just exploring that. But we're where we are today, and we're drawing to a close. So just a couple of things from me. So what next? It's all good and well us being motivated and having a really good 2-hour session, conversations with like-minded people. So where next? What our plan is that we're going to plan an in-person event, which Infuse will host again for us, which is great. Thank you. That event is going to be designed by you. You've given us all the information today that we need to design that event. So it will be based on, you know, those top three, you know, what can we do right now? So please look out for that. And we'll circulate it to this list and wider. If I can encourage you individually, you know, over the next week to write down one thing that you could do to contribute to 21st century service / servant, that would be great, that you know that you can do within the next week. We'd love to hear from you, you know, your thoughts, your comments, your observations, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter to us. It's all learning, it's all important. So, you know, please do. Owen is going to pop in the chat contact details for you to do that, to get, you know, to send us that information. You are part of the movement, you've contributed to it, you've started to design it. We need to move into doing now. So please, we'd love to have you on board. Oh, have I forgotten anything? Sorry, I've waffled a lot there, but I've done my thank yous. I've tried to identify what's next. I've given everybody individual points to take away. Have I missed anything, please?
I think that's a strong 9.5 out of 10, Lise. I don't think you've missed anything. No, appreciate the wrap up and the insight.
Thank you. So, you know, are you up for it? If you're as motivated as I am to change the world, let's go, and please get in contact with us. And at that, I'll give you 7 minutes of your day back, if that's okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time and curiosity. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks all.